Oh, hey, everybody. It's Sunday night. It's 10 o'clock Eastern, and it's Tom Antion live from Virginia Beach. Hey! Oh, so glad to be here today. I'd rather be here talking to you than getting stung with wasps and getting, looks to be like poison ivy on my hands and working on the rental property. Let me hit the refresh button over here and get some people on here. Yeah, yeah, it's been interesting. It's been very hot out, but I'm a trooper. I can handle the heat. And hey, hit your share button if you wouldn't mind, and comment. Tell us who you are, where you're calling in from. Hey, Mary Lee, how are you? You're right. I need to use some of the lavender on this before it gets out of hand. No, I want it out of my hands, actually. Let's see who else is checking in here. Mike, hey, how you doing, Mike? Tom got you on the big screw. I don't know what that means, but hey, John, how are you? Big screen. I think that's what Mike means. He's got me on the big screen, but he said the big screw. That's okay too. I'll sit on the big screw, Mike. So for everybody, Mike Stewart's an old friend of mine. It goes way back. He got me doing really good audio back in the day, and just love it. Honest too. That's the nice thing about Mike. Yeah, spell check, right? I like the other one better, Mike. I like to be on the big screw. So today's fake sponsor is a company that's just one of many, but it's the Bytech company, and they make just one of these fidget spinners, which is, to me, one of the pet rocks of the century, making money on a little piece of crap like this. The real thing is in the other room somewhere. Lakia got it for my birthday for me, like I need something to do, but I did get a kick out of playing with it because Jen's little kids come in with them all the time, and now I had one when they came in, and so I was the cool kid on the block. So this is our fake sponsor. They're not sponsoring us ever, I would say. This is for ages 7 up, the one that I got. You know, it lights up, you push buttons and it lights up and stuff, but do we really need these? Is the question. I don't know, but it's making fortunes and big fortunes for people. So anybody hit your share button there, folks, and put a comment in there so I see who's here. We'll give you a shout out for your website. What website you pushing nowadays, Mike? Hey, Alan, got your email, and what I can say is success is the best revenge. I don't know where that quote came from, but I like it. So, Alan, I think that's what's going to happen to you. Yeah, got you on the big screen, says Mike. But what website you want to go? Mary Lee says, I resonate with the pet rock more than those spinners, right? The story of the pet rock is pretty interesting, where a guy was drunk with his buddy, and they were betting on something, and he says, well, I bet you I could get a pet rock. And by the time he was done, he was buying train loads full of small rocks. He had every, not homeless, but handicapped place on earth building these things. And what really sold the pet rock was not the rock, it was the book that went in it, which was the humorous part of how to take care of your pet rock. And so that story is a really cool story. And don't forget, sign up for Alan Barissa's Survive and Defend. Yeah, Mike's got MikeStewartPodcast.com. Everything audio and video for the web. So sign up for that, folks, because he's the one that got me started with this, I don't know, maybe 200 years ago, 250, something like that. But yeah, MikeStewartPodcast.com. And let's see what we got going here. Let's see what's going on today. In the news, we got lots of news. And, of course, the saga continues. If you've been listening, you know what I'm talking about. In the scams, what's that saying about you can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you shouldn't pick your friends? Something like that. So it'll be about picking. There's Survive and Defend with Alan. Sign up for his newsletter. In the brutal self-defense tip, we got 3 or 4 of them this week. Internet section, this is going to fit you to a T, I promise you. Speaking tip, how you can use Pinterest in getting ideas. In the A-hole of the week, the A-hole put the saying, put a twist on kids should be seen and not heard. And in the hero of the week, it's a tribute to moms everywhere, except my mom. All right, this is announcements. VIP video weekend. Only have 5 slots available. That's September 15th and 16th. Just crazy value here. We're going to give you time to shoot in our HD studio. We'll edit it, put graphics on it for you. You're going to have YouTube marketing training. You're going to have social media video marketing training. You're going to learn how to make a $50,000 production about you and your business for pennies on the dollar. You're going to learn basic, simple editing methods. And then the next day, this is the second day that we haven't done before, I'm going to take everybody out in the field, there's only 5, and show you how to make interesting both sales videos and traffic driving videos and all kinds of videos wherever you happen to be, instead of just the same old talking head every time. So that's September 15th and 16th. Check it out at http. No, just do Antion.com/VIP video day.htm. Antion.com/VIP video day.htm. And you'll see the whole deal over there. We only have 5 slots, so if you're interested, get signed up like right away. All right, weight loss, yay! All right, for those of you that don't know, this is the 33rd week I've been reporting to you. I started out 33 weeks ago, 44 pounds down when I started reporting this to you. And last week was 91 pounds down. This week, 93 pounds down. I'm 1 pound from 50 pounds down from when I started with you all. 93 pounds down. So working beautifully on the keto lifestyle, and it is happening. 93 pounds down, lost another ½ inch off my waist. That's a total of 8.5 inches off my waist. And I'm keeping the same belt and letting the end of it just hang down to remind myself of where I was. So 93 pounds down, that's 1.48 pounds per week. Very reasonable loss speed. Hey, there's Charlotte. How you doing, Charlotte? Yeah, Michelle's here also. Nice to see you, Michelle. I haven't seen you here before, I don't think. So check in, tell us your website, Michelle, so we can give you a shout out. Murray Lee, holy moly, 93 pounds down. Barbara Ann, hey, Barbara, yowza, that's awesome. I made keto bagels today. Awesome for you. So we've had, I've shown lots of the food that I get, keto pizza, keto rice made with cauliflower. It's awesome. Lots of, Mike Stewart, it's low carb, extremely low carb. It's called ketogenic, Mike. And you know me, my whole life I struggled with this since I got out of college football. And this is sustainable. I started last September, so 93 pounds down in about a year. And it's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. I just eat super low carb, moderate protein, and high fat, good fats. And so it's just beautiful. Let's see. Here's random picture of the week. That's me with one when I was 344 with even when you're a big fatso, your dog still loves you. As long as you keep feeding them. Charlotte's still on vacation till Thursday in Lake Placid, New York. All you do is vacation, Charlotte. I don't know. Do you ever work? Anyway, that's Abby with her daddy, her forever daddy, right there. Right here, the same chair as I'm sitting in, but quite a few pounds ago. So that's our random picture of the week. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got here. Let's go to the mailbag. Darnell says, are people still hiring speakers? Well, no, Darnell. Don't even try, because I want to get them all for me. Yeah, they're hiring speakers. Just it's different than it used to be. You really have to come through with what I call hard topics to have the best chance of success, and that's where it has an immediate bottom line financial benefit for whoever's hiring you. Unless it's an association or a church or something, that's different. But in your job, now we've been playing this all weekend, the how to maximize the value of any speaking engagement. But your job is, if you have a soft topic, which isn't really about money, to learn how to make it a hard topic. All right. So I don't have time to discuss it here, but yes, they're still hiring speakers, but you have a better chance if you can make your topic into a hard topic, which means they make more money or save money because of you. Peggy wants to know, I want to play a popular song during the opening to my speeches. What are the legalities? Well, first of all, I'm not, qualified to give you legal advice. However, there's a couple of things you should know about. One is called ASCAP, A-S-C-A-P, and the other one's called BMI, Broadcast Music Incorporated, and the other one's American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, I think. There may be a new one out there now since last time I fooled with this. But you must have a license to do that. Now, it is possible for the meeting that you're going to that the meeting planner has purchased a blanket license for the event. So check with them about that if you want to do that. But you got to be very careful, because you get sued in a federal lawsuit. It could be a couple $100,000 to get out of it. So make sure you either get now, and dealing with ASCAP and BMI as an individual, they don't care about you. They want radio stations and big deals, so it's not easy, but if you just keep trying, you can get a license for that song, but you're going to jump through a lot of hoops. So is it really worth it? Darcy wants to know, are you going to watch the eclipse on Monday? Okay, well, I'm going to watch it on TV for sure. I waited too long to get glasses. Now, there's a bunch of places to show you how to do it with colanders and on your head, or I don't know but I may try one of the little hacks to do it, but I certainly don't want to get my eyes burned out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I'll for sure watch it on TV. Let's see. Let's get to the news. Well, the saga continues, folks. These people are coming out of the woodwork. What is going on here? Melissa Bonkowski, 38 years old, is an earth science teacher. I think it's all these bored to tears physics teachers and science teachers. She's got 3 counts of institutional sexual assault against her. 3 counts of unlawful contact with a minor, 1 count of corruption of minors, and 1 count of criminal use of a communication facility. Another teacher. And then again, this is getting, it's hardly even reporting on anymore. It's so common. Let's see. A married teacher and mother, 53 years old, Deborah Lowe, accused of having sex with a 15-year-old pupil. Middle school PE teacher, 40 years old, arrested for sex romp with teen boy student. Oklahoma teacher, 31, who had sex with student 15, had to pay $1 million fine. Are you kidding? That kid has got $1 million story. He's going to tell the rest of his life, and now you're going to pay him for damages? Oh, man. What a deal. Okay. So anyway, so saga continues. The epidemic of teachers screwing students. All right. Now, most of us know it's not near Mother's Day, but I couldn't help but report on this. You know, the mother-daughter relationship can sometimes be rocky, but sometimes it's just, I don't know, it's just blissful. It's something you just cannot be broken. And what better way to celebrate this mother-daughter relationship than for Ann Dodge, who's 55, and Jennifer Dodge, her daughter, to start a prostitution massage parlor out of their home in Florida. So, you know, why not keep it in the family? You know, so let's see. Alan says he's heading to Idaho in the morning. Hey, I'm going to Idaho next month to get inside the 100% totality belt. Oh, good for you. Let's see. So anyway, they were in Sarasota, Florida, running the back. They advertised on Backpage a massage deal, and of course, it was more than a massage. So, but I like the fact that it was mommy daughter, you know, or as the lady on America's Got Talent, the blonde, or Britain's Got Talent, I forget her name. She says mummy and daughter. Oh, that's cute. Now, there is a back-to-school crisis going on, and you wouldn't think there would be with teachers screwing the kids all over the place, but there is a back-to-school crisis. There is a lack of school bus drivers in the country. Can you imagine that? Why someone wouldn't want to sit there with a bunch of little heathens that you can't just knock out when you feel like it because they deserve it and need it because nobody disciplines the little shits at home. No wonder we can't get any bus drivers. You know, who would want to be a bus driver and sit and listen to these little shits? And, you know, no discipline, no nothing. They can say whatever they want, do whatever they want, and the bus driver can't do anything about it. And maybe hit the brakes real hard. Maybe that's what I would do. Damn. But anyway, it's true. There is a lack of school bus drivers. So if you want to go subject yourself to a bunch of little shits that are cussing you out and spitting on you and putting gum in your hair and won't listen to you, hey, there's an opening for you. Now, this is a tragic story, but, you know, when I first broke into speaking, I was doing humor in the workplace because laughter is the best medicine, right? Apparently not for this school teacher. This really happened in Mexico, I think last week. A Pennsylvania school teacher died after laughing too hard and fell off a balcony in Mexico. And she was not drinking. She was just laughing so hard. I don't know at what. Maybe I have no idea. But she was laughing so hard she fell off the balcony and killed herself. A teacher, no less. So laughter was not her best medicine. Now that's going in the Darwin Awards, I'm sure. Nestle's Poland Spring bottled water has a $5 million lawsuit against it. Now, first of all, Poland Spring. Now, it's not from Poland. It's from Maine. And aren't you from Maine, Barbara? I don't know if there's a Poland, Maine. But it's supposed to be spring water, and you charge a premium price for it. Well, Nestle is like diverting like little creeks and calling them streams. It's just garbage water. And, you know, and I've been saying this for years, other than this newfangled, I mean, the water scam is bigger than this will ever be. Because, you know, a small percentage of people will ever buy these. But everybody buys water at one time or the other. But I always said there's a couple guys in New Jersey just filling up the bottles out of a garden hose and laughing and smoking, and, so it's a water scam. So Nestle's has got a big class action suit about it. Okay, now I'm not going to give you the answer here because there's 4 different answers apparently. But an article just came out in ARP magazine, American Association of Retired People. And they did an article where they talked to 4 generations of people and asked them, what age, at what age are you officially old? All right. And as you might imagine, there was quite a range here. People like me were saying, I don't know, 80, 90, and the millennials are saying, 36, I don't know. So I invite you to go to AARP, AARP, and read that article to find out when exactly you are old. I don't know. Now, there's a study came out that said if you're not sexting, you're weird. I didn't make this up. 74% of Americans say they exchange saucy electronic messages with their lovers. Now, I'm not sure if Anthony Weiner was included in this study or not. The researchers, listen to this, surveyed more than 140,000 people from 198 countries. I didn't even know there was 198 countries. About the role of tech in their sex lives. I don't know, that could be like high-tech, vibrators, and I don't know. Let's see. Americans are some of the most prolific sexters on the planet, second only to South Africa. Who would have guessed that South Africa is the king of sexting, or queen of sexting, king and queen, or transgender? I don't know. And worldwide, 67% of adults say they've sexted, a staggering increase from just 5 years ago when only 21% said they engaged in the practice. So let's see a show of hands here. Put it in there. Let's see. Some of the, I think they're back a little bit. Some of my best friends are little shits. Barbara Ann says, yes, there is a Poland Spring in May. And so let's see who's admitting to sexting out there. Let's see. Looks like everybody out on here said yes. Can you tell us what the ARP article said? What is the age? No, I can't. There's 4 different ages depending on what generation of people they ask. So you got to go read the article. Save us time. As you get older, Mary Lee, time just, you're not in such a hurry anymore. Don't worry about it. So let's see the hands going up there of who's been sexting or not. Let's see. I think I sexted Abby, my little girl dog. Let's see. Nobody's admitting to anything. So, no, time for another random picture here. This is a farm jack, they call it, also used to extract yourself when your vehicle gets stuck. You see them, tied to Jeeps and stuff on the outside sometimes. It's probably worth $70 to somewhere $120. $20 on the buying apps. Yay! Yippee! Abby can't believe it herself. Speaking of another viral picture, this picture went viral. This kid was in 4-H or something at the state fair, and he loves his cow, and they had a hard day at the fair, and they fell asleep together, and that picture went all over the world. Isn't that precious, right? A cow and his handler. That's a cute picture. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Everybody here tonight admitted to sexting. That's cool. Good. All right, so we're going to try to beat South Africa. All right, let's go to the scam bag where we find the scumbags. So this is the pickpocket scam. So if you're ever in a crowd of people and somebody yells, "I've been pickpocketed," don't grab wherever you hold your valuables, because that's what the scam is. They're getting you so the rest of the accomplices can see you and see exactly where you keep your stuff. I mean, it's a natural instinct to just go, cover what Ron's. Hey, Ron, how are you? Cow and his pet boy. So that's your scam. If you got to resist it, because if it just came out of nowhere, you'd immediately go to where you hold your valuables. And so try to think ahead of time. If I'm in a big crowd, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put them somewhere, double underneath something, so that they're not easily seen. Maybe I keep a little bit of cash out away from my wallet, something like that. But if somebody yells they've been pickpocketed, it's probably them setting you and everybody else up to show them where your stuff is. All right. Okay, we've got several things in the self-defense arena today. These are from some of the headlines. A stripper fatally stabbed his partner in the eyes with a pen, police say. All right. Well, first of all, it was questionable whether this was a male or female stripper. In one place they say she, one place they say he, so we're not sure. And the guy that got stabbed was 67 years old. So your first tip is don't get hooked up with a young stripper, okay? I had and again, this is generalizations, but having been through this, when I had my entertainment company, we had strippergrams, and we did bachelor parties. Not me. I did a ugly stripper. I did a get dressed tease, so people would be screaming, "Get dressed, get dressed." We really did that. But we did have regular bachelor parties and strippergrams, and these women. We had male dancers too, all right. But I'm gonna say the women, and like I said, I don't want to think I'm sexist or anything, because I'm not. It's just that most of them are women, and they were man haters. They were chronic liars. They were, almost all of them were really screwed up. They were man haters in some fashion. So if you get hooked up with one, especially if you're an old fart, they're just there to take you. They're gold diggers. They're gonna take you for everything you got and maybe stab you in the eye with a pen. Okay, so don't be a douche. And try to go. Just because you might have some bucks in your pocket, try to think that young super hot girl can't wait to be with you. All right, you might get a pen in the eye. So I guess that falls into our doing dumb, crazy things with crazy people. Let's see what else we got going here. Don't forget to put your websites in. We'll give you a shout out and so forth. Let's see, what do we got next here? Okay, now there's another headline: protesters and counter-protesters clash in downtown Seattle. All right, well, this could be anywhere, Charlottesville, wherever. Listen, if you want to protest, will you just write your congressman? From a stay safe point of view, it is not safe to go on any kind of protest. So this young woman got run over by a car. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts on all this stuff that's happening with the police standing down, and I don't want to get into conspiracy theories. It's just that it's dangerous when both sides show up wearing helmets and carrying clubs. All right, maybe that's a clue that there might be something going down. I don't know. Call me crazy. All right, stay the hell home. Call your congressman. Write him a letter. Here's something I learned from I can't remember. Somebody was a press secretary, I think, taught me this. Pat, I can't think of his last name, but he said a letter that actually goes to a senator's office carries the weight of 50,000 people that probably think that same thing, but never took the time to write the letter. He said when they would get a letter in their office, it wasn't like, just thrown in the bin, It was given weight of 50,000 to 1, all right? So if a lot of these protesters would just write their senators rather than just go out and start fights and march and say bad things and chant bad things, they'd probably get more done, all right? So anyway, stay the hell out of protests. Now, 3 women murdered in Grizzly hammer attack at New York home. All right, here's another thing. They had a schizophrenic relative who had been kicked out of the house for violence. The guy broke back in with a hammer, beat his mother to death, and then beat his 2 sisters to death when they came down to help. You know what? If they'd have locked themselves in a room and called 911 and barricaded the door, they'd be alive today. The mother might be dead, but now there's 3 dead instead of 2. You don't, when somebody is that bad that they've got violent tendencies and just broke the door down with a hammer to get in your house, is not the time to come down and try to reason with them. All right? It's the time to barricade. Now, would I have come down? Yes. Would I have had a much greater chance of survival? Absolutely. And, maybe I could have, but by the time I'd have gotten there, the mother was already dead. So once I saw that, it may not be time to confront. It may be time to retreat and barricade myself in, because one wrong move with a hammer, and guess what? All my brutal self-defense is down the tubes, right? When somebody known to be violent, stay the hell away. Barricade yourself. Be ready for this stuff, because they could go off the deep end anytime. Okay, one more thing we got here. Caretaker accused of biting elderly woman to death in Arkansas, now facing murder charge. This crazy caretaker just kept biting this older lady and finally killed her just by biting her. But we call this kino mutai. And this is one of the things I taught in brutal self-defense. There's sometimes when there's just nothing you can do to get out of something other than bite. But you got to learn how to do it. Now, this lady was just crazy and bit, an incapacitated older lady till she bled to death. All right, but that's your attacker's not going to be a disabled lady that can't do anything. So there's ways that you must learn to bite people. And too much and too grisly for this show. But if you want to learn, we get the brutal self-defense. I'll teach you. Okay, let's see what's next here. Internet tip. So I'm starting a little side business that I'm gonna, just full play with and then give it away to somebody or sell it to somebody. But it's T-shirt sales. Now, you may have heard of Teespring and some of the other places that have a lot of different regulations and so forth, but and they do short-term things, and if not enough T-shirts sell, nobody gets a T-shirt, that kind of stuff. So, but this is a thing where I'm going to be selling them on Etsy, but I'm going to be fulfilling them on a place called Printful and connecting the two together. And so I've been thinking up a whole bunch of sayings and finding sayings, because a lot of little sayings are not copyrightable. So, this is, about the lowest level example. I like dogs more than I like people. So there's no fancy graphics or anything. It's just that'll be on a T-shirt and a hoodie and various other things. It'll be in a virtual store. I won't have any inventory. And I think I make about $9 a T-shirt. See, and you can advertise for a penny a click, like pay-per-click on Etsy. There's lots of, nobody goes to Etsy unless they're going to buy stuff, because that's the only thing you can do at Etsy. So that's your internet tip. I'll report on you how it's going. I'm just doing it on the side because a lot of little details you have to get even though that's just text, it has to be formatted a certain way and within a certain boundary to fit on t-shirts. And you can do mugs and, all kinds of products. This is a little bit different than Cafe Press in that Cafe Press, you sell on Cafe Press. Zazzle, you sell on Zazzle. This is going to be made with a company like Cafe Press or Zazzle, but sold specifically on Etsy. So that's the idea. That's what's going on. Okay, speaking tip. This is kind of related to the t-shirt deal, but you can use it for speaking too. I'm going to Pinterest to get ideas for the t-shirts, but I could go to Pinterest to get ideas for funny things and sayings and memes and things to use in speeches. So use Pinterest for that, for if you decide to try to do a t-shirt business. But in your speeches, you can find all kinds of funny stuff, and you don't even have to use the meme, which is a picture with text on it. You can just say, I saw a meme that said, and say the funny saying, and get a big laugh, and you just got the material off of Pinterest. You can say, you give attribution. You can say something like, hey, I saw this meme on Pinterest. You might not even say the word meme because some people might know what that is. But I was over on Pinterest and I saw this saying. And then say the saying, get the laugh, and make a point from it and move on. But use Pinterest to get ideas for t-shirts and for speaking. Okay, the a-hole of the week. We got several of them here. I'll give you the worst a-hole last. First, I'll say the Oakland Raiders running back Marshawn Lynch is another fuckhead that's taking a knee or sitting and eating during the national anthem. So fuck you, Marshawn Lynch. I hope you get dropped, hurt, something. And they're threatening to boycott the NFL if Colin Kaepernick doesn't get his contract by the mid-September. Well, fuck him too. All right, so both of them can eat my ass. Stand the fuck up or get the fuck out is what I say. Now, the next one was Christina Hester was waiting for her kids. I haven't been through this, but I know parents that tell me, we have to go pick the kids up, and you sit in your car sitting in a line. Well, it's interesting. You're sitting in a line waiting for the kids because this lady was doing a line off of her smartphone screen, and the school policeman saw her and arrested her. 39 years old, she used a credit card to chop up a white powdery substance on her smartphone screen. I guess it was a dumb phone in this case, and snorted it right while she's waiting outside of Lexington Middle School. All right, dumbass. It's no wonder our kids are screwed up. All right, I really rag on kids because they're a bunch of little heathens, but it's kind of not their fault because their parents are bigger heathens. So there's a good example of it. Her name is Ann Goldman. Oh, no, wait a minute. No. Scratch that. I gave you the wrong name. Her name is Christina Hester. Okay, so biggest asshole of the week. Oh, my God. I was talking about children could be seen and not heard, and this lady put a twist on it. Oh, jeez. An Arizona mom is accused of recording herself molesting children and then selling the videos online. Holy shit. Carrie Harwood, 28, molested 2 young children a number of times in the bathroom of her home. I'm assuming they're her kids or she's a babysitter, one or the other, and selling the footage over the internet. How much lower can this world go? My God, how could... I just cannot believe such a thing. Alan gave a YouTube link, but I'm not sure what it's for. Yeah, Alan says, much safer to stay away from groups prone to violence. Good tip. Mary Lee's website is Order Your Royals or Rolls? Oils. Oh, OrderYourOils.com. She sells, that's where I get my essential oils from. Brett says, stay home, barricade yourself in your house, and protest this show. Oh, that's a link on biting. I don't know. Is it the link of what happened to that older lady or how to bite, like Kino Mutai? So anyway, oh, by the way, under the show here on my home channel, by the way, those of you listening on other than my personal page, sorry I can't see your comments until afterwards. So if I don't think I'm ignoring you, I just can't see them because this show is syndicated to different channels. Yeah, sick people in the world, sad. Oh, it's Alan says it's him talking about how to bite. Okay, good. So it's for at least a part of Kino Mutai. Okay, so now we get to the hero of the week. That's where I said the wrong name before. Hero of the week is Ann Goldman, 39 years old. And, you know, this is a typical mom will do anything to protect her children, right? So this mom broke her neck, and her son suffered, his 2 years old, suffered a fractured skull. They're up in Central Park and a giant oak tree starts falling over. She's got the two kids. She knocked them out of the way and the giant tree hit her, and the one kid in the stroller got off totally. She couldn't get the 2-year-old far enough away, but he got a fractured skull. And her neck, she took the brunt of it and got a broken neck. But that's a mother, a selfless mother taking care of her kids. So it's Ann Goldman. We wish her the best. Speedy recovery. I understand all of them should make a recovery from this. But they probably are going to be rich because the city of New York is going to pay for that shit. So anyway, that's... a witness told the paper that if not for the mother's quick action, all 3 children, three children, there was another one I didn't know about, could have been killed or would have been killed. All right, that's our show for today. And thanks for stopping by. Don't forget VIP Video Day. I got 37 years experience doing this. I'm going to show you how to shoot stuff that can make you a fortune. And on a shoestring budget, you don't wait for weeks for video editors and all that stuff. 2 days here, and you'll really, really leave with some big value. It'll save, for the cost of coming here, I've seen people charge for one short video 3 times what this weekend is going to cost. So this is massive, massive bargain. Every time we've done it in the past, it's been spectacular. But now we're adding 2 days. We're going out in the field and going to show you how to, wherever you are, make an interesting video. All right, that's our show. Stay home, stay safe, and try to make some money while you can. I'm 93 down. Catch you next week.